Hey everyone, welcome to MC Guitar. Today I want to show you a pretty powerful exercise. Once you learn the first pattern, you can kind of try this in different variations and keep going with it on and on. You can also take it in different positions and different keys and different scales, and all of a sudden you have an endless set of ways to work on your technique and to practice theory at the same time. So what am I talking about? Well, for simplicity, I'm going to keep it for now just in one area of a key of G here. So here's the 2nd to 5th fret scale. The complete study guide of this, as well as all the exercises tabbed out, will be on the Patreon at the $5 level. And I really appreciate all the patrons there. Thank you so much for the support. So we have the scale. Now, besides just the notes, our goal is to not think at all, but first we may have to think in order for this to make sense, and then try to relax into it and just play. So we have the 7 notes, but what if I, instead of going 1, 2, 3, I go straight from 1 to 3? I've essentially skipped a note. Then instead of going up to 4 or 5 like I would in a scale, I'm going to skip 4 and go straight to 5. So to recap, I've done 1, 3, 5. Or 1, skip a note, 3, skip a note, 5. Now just by going on some almost kind of mathematical or logical sequence, I've automatically created the chord tones of the G major chord, which is the 1 chord in the key of G. We want to equate a key with the chords as well. So we're harmonizing this scale. Seems like just a beautiful, nice scale, right? But all of a sudden we've created a G major chord out of it. Now I want to do the same on all 7 notes. So I've already done the first one. The second one is A. Instead of thinking, well, gosh, I got to make a minor triad, how about just skip a note? So I skip 3, go to 4, skip a note, go to 6. Now I have an automatic A minor triad sticking to basically the G major key and not straying from it. Now I'll do the same on 3. 3, 5, 7 creates a B minor triad, etc. So it ends up sounding like this. Keep going. You can go 2 octaves and leave, but you don't have to. You could just, when you're here, and on the G, on the high G right there. It's totally fine. Now, that's great, but I know there's more to it, right? I can always sort of add to it. So let's begin that journey, and I'll show you some tips on, how to create your own variations. First off, by the way, 1 is major, 2 is minor, should recap that. 3 is minor, 4 is major, 5 is major, 6 is minor, 7 is diminished, 1. Okay, now I want to say, well, what if I do another third? So I'm going to do 1, 3, 5, 7. So I'm skipping a note from the 1 to the etc., etc., skipping a note 3 times. So once I end this on the 7, I'm kind of in no man's land. This is not really a resolving note. So I'm going to extend the exercise to go all the way back down. So I have somewhere to go now. 1, 3, 5, 7, 1, 7, 5, 3. Now I'm not thinking that when I'm playing it, but I thought about it at one point. That's the difference. In exercise, you think about it, focused, you play it. Then if you understand it and you hear the sound of it, job done. The mind can boot down and let the ear take over and enjoy it. That's a 1 major 7 chord. So you look at the theory, then you turn it off, is my opinion. Now I do the 2 chord. Let's look at the theory later. Let's play the whole, I'll show you the whole thing right here. All 7 chords. Here we go, 3, 4. Okay, so we've taken a leap from the 1, 3, 5 to the 1, 3, 5, 7. Then we kind of go back to the 1, go back down. So let's say I wanted to mix this up a little bit and find something that is cut in half but still accessing the 7th. So I'm not spending so much time on each chord. I can go up the 1, right? 1, 3, 5, 7. Now I could go 2, 4, 6, 1, I guess. But look, the 1 and and 7 are right next to each other, so I kind of want to think voice leading. The ear wants that, to be honest, probably a little more, because this is nicely leading into the A by going 1, 6, 4, 2, landing on the 2. Or you could think of it from A as flat 7, 5, flat 3, 1. Both work. So now I'm going to play that, and it's a really nice exercise. 3, 4. Okay, and the option to extend it even further. Let's say I wanted to do 2 octaves. For each chord. Sorry. So that would be probably the hardest exercise, but honestly, in some ways the most pleasing to the ear. So you're covering 2 octaves for every chord, and it's major 7, minor 7, minor 7, major 7, dominant 7, minor 7, half diminished, major 7. Half diminished means minor 7 and minor 3 and minor 5. So it's not quite diminished because it doesn't have the diminished 7, but it has the minor 7 with the flat 5. So everything else is pretty standard. So you want to get to know those sounds while you're playing. So that's why I recommend that one's a really good one as well. That's the whole thing. So you've got 4 kind of starting points for each. You've got 1, 3, 5 for each, 2, 4, 6, whatever. You've got 1, 3, 5, 7, and then go back down, start on the 2. And then you've got the cutting in half. That's number 3. Then number 4 would be the whole thing, both octaves. And then the next chord, you know. So it's a lot. My mind is spinning. I'm sure yours is. So we'll end it there. There's a full study guide and tab on the Patreon. Hopefully this made sense. It's kind of late at night here trying to remember all these exercises I've been working on. It's really, really cool. So it'll be fun to get this all written out on the Patreon, which I'll do before I post the video. So it should be up. Okay, enjoy. Remember to subscribe, hit the bell icon, leave a comment if you'd like. Hope you're doing well. See you next lesson. Bye.